Today on Karamo.
I love him. He's so sexy, and he takes me to the moon.
The moon. Angel is 44 years old. Look at this, she got on your shoulder.
Definitely.
And the man she loves is only 29.
He's not good with his money.
She has a problem with how he spends his money.
$2,000 in 1 week.
1 week?
1 week.
And what about having a baby?
She was kind of like, no.
Hold on, so
Wait a minute.
will this couple be able to work it out today?
I don't want to lose you.
She's telling you.
Or realize they shouldn't be together? But first, what happened at the club that night? You won't believe how one night out at the club
You're fighting, I'm fighting, we fighting.
has torn apart these two best friends. Hey friends, welcome to the show. Listen, growing up, my mother always told me that friends will come a dime a dozen in your life because it's hard to find a true ride or die friendship that's got your back no matter what. Y'all know I got mine, my Trey. But my next guest, Aledia, says she was that ride or die for her friend, Shay. But they fell out after Shay stood by and watched Aledia get thrown out of a nightclub and then continued partying. Wow, I don't know if I could sit back and watch my friend get thrown out, but there's always two sides to the story. Well, the two former besties haven't spoken since, and today, Aledia wants my help to figure out if their friendship can be saved at all. Everyone, please welcome Aledia to my show. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I don't want to get my makeup on right now.
Don't worry, you look cute.
Thank you.
Okay, so Aledia, tell me what happened at the club that night.
So me and Sheilyn, basically, our schedules just never matched. She did move to LA back before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then I had a weekend off. I was like, you know what, I'm about to go to LA. I'm gonna go see you. Show me what you got going on.
Yeah.
And then we go to a nightclub. And we're in the nightclub, everything's perfectly fine. Like, bottles are popping. We got like 15, 20 bottles going on. Like, it's a great night. We end up like separating in the part of the night. So I'm still, living my best life, like dancing, vibing with everyone. When I go look for her, there's like an altercation between whose bottle belongs to who. And the girl next to me, she goes to Shay and she's like, bitch, I saved you from getting your ass beat tonight. I'm like, hold on.
She's talking to your friend. This other girl's talking to your friend.
And there's no other girls like around. Like, mind you, the whole night's going fine. Like, you don't feel any animosity. There's nothing going on.
Yes.
So I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay, who's she talking to?
Yes.
And then I realized she's talking to Shay. So Shay's like, wait, what? So I'm like, okay, hold on. I thought I came to LA to live my best life and have some fun, but I guess I'm gonna have to bop someone because like what? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean? Like, who are you? Who did you save? Because there was no problems all night.
Yes.
So that happens, and now security's coming over. So I'm like, I know how this goes. So security's basically like trying to get Shay out the section. I'm like, that's not happening because she didn't start nothing. Like, no. And I go to security. I'm trying to talk to them, and they're like, yeah, so you're not going back in the section. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not going back in the section? So now I got 7 security guards all around me.
Club where y'all at?
We're literally at like a celebrity known club. Now security is all around me, and I'm like, all right, listen, when my girl's up there, like, I don't know what's going on, they might be fighting, I need to go back up there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm cool with being
You're
out the
still
section.
concerned about what's happening with Shay?
Absolutely, and
Okay.
so I'm like, listen, I came with her, so I need to be with her. And one of the security guards goes and grabs her, and when she comes, I'm like, all right, watch this, y'all. So she comes and she's like, what are you doing? She's like, you are embarrassing me. She's like, you're making my image look so bad right now. And I'm like, girl, like, I'm trying to help you out. I was trying to make sure that you didn't get kicked out the section.
Yeah, okay. You said you gave tone. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm tiny, so like I have to talk aggressive. Like, you guys aren't hearing me if I'm talking to you calmly, so now I have to talk with some tone. Like, I really have to be aggressive and let y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm not leaving without my girl, and that's just that.
So why do you feel that Shay needed backup?
Well, to me, one fights, we all fight.
Oh, younger.
Yeah.
So for you, it was more of like, okay, if she's in trouble, I'm gonna step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always like the protector.
But did she say anything when that other person said to her, I'm gonna stop you from getting your butt kicked? Did she?
They
did she
literally
say
were
anything?
going back and forth. That's
So
when
Shay
they take
was
me out.
arguing, because I'm just trying to get the details of the evening. So she was arguing with
She's
this person.
arguing with the other girl,
Which is why you
yeah.
stepped in. Okay. How would you describe your friendship with Shay?
Well, I met Shay when we were like 14. I got kicked out of my house with my mother, so she took me in, so I lived with her for some time. Throughout high school, we were like the 2 best friends. We did everything together. Like, she was valedictorian, anything, anyone wanted to do. If you wanted to reach this goal, I'm gonna be there to support you.
Okay.
I believe in you. You cry, here's my shoulder, cry on it.
Yes.
Like, we have that family bond, like little sister, big sister.
So did she leave you outside the club that night?
Absolutely.
What happened? So, because I heard, so she went back now. She said, I didn't need your help. You're acting out of order.
She's like, you're embarrassing me, this is that. She goes back to the section. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay. I'm like, watch, she gonna get the promoter, she gonna get the guy and tell him to let me back in. So I'm there relaxing, waiting. And the next thing you know, she doesn't ever come look for me. Your little image, I see it got to your head. So honestly, I went back and I packed my stuff and I got on the flight and I went home.
Why do you say her image got to her head?
Because she was so like, you don't act like this, like my image. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, you must think real highly of yourself than like the person that you really are. It doesn't matter about image, it matters about loyalty. And I came out here for you. And then you're gonna play me.
So you don't think she was loyal to you?
Absolutely not.
You feel like she betrayed you?
Yes.
Okay, and what ways do you feel like she betrayed you?
She betrayed me because at that time, it's like, you know, like, have my back. Either we're gonna stay here or we're leaving together. I came out there for you, and you left me, and you abandoned me, and you sat here and were like, you're embarrassing. Like, I would never accept that, and
How
that's
many
not okay.
years have y'all lived in separate places?
Since the pandemic, and it's been two.
So 2 years.
3 years, yeah.
So 2-3 years that you all have not lived separate lives, but essentially lived separate lives.
Yes.
Okay, so both of you have finished with college?
Yes.
Okay. And do you still live in the hometown that you were in originally?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Listen, Aledia says Shay stood by as she was bounced out of the club. And we'll find out from Shay what went down when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Shay will come out next.
You're fighting, I'm fighting, we fighting.
Is this friendship about to be over for good?
You keep on going. You just keep on going and going, Aledia.
Plus, Angel is 44 years old. Look at this, she got on your shoulder.
definitely.
And the man she loves is only 29.
She's telling you.
Will they realize they shouldn't be together?
We're in the nightclub, everything's perfectly fine. We end up like separating in the part of the night. There's like an altercation, and now security's coming over, and she's like, what are you doing? You are embarrassing me. You're making my image look so bad right now. And so honestly, I went back and I packed my stuff and I went home.
Aledia stopped speaking to her bestie Shay after she stood by and watched her get bounced out of a nightclub and went back to partying, y'all. So please welcome Shay to the show so we can hear her side of the story. Come on out, Shay. Fly as well. These cargos cute. I love this cargo. Oh, and the shoe too. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good?
Yes, I'm
Good.
great.
I'm glad to have you here. Sorry, I have to take a quick little fashion moment. I like the cargo pants. Okay, now, so I need to hear from you. What happened at the nightclub that night? Because we've heard she was trying to protect you, she's trying to be there for you, and that you left her out in the cold.
Yeah, and we haven't had this conversation since.
How long has it been since y'all really talked?
Since the incident, which was back in April.
So it's been quite some months.
Yeah, a few months.
Wow.
And I understand your point of view, Aledia, but it's also my side, and I just kind of feel like yours really isn't true. And kind of taking it back to that night, so drinks were flowing, great night. I was so happy to
That
have
we
my
know.
best
Drinks
friend,
was flowing,
you know?
it was a cute night. That we know.
And that's emphasis on drinks were flowing, you know, because at the end of the day, when drinks are involved, situations change. So drinks were flowing. Next thing you know, there was this random lady that came out of nowhere and was like, oh, you're lucky you don't get slapped, or something crazy towards me. And I'm just confused. Like, me and Aledia are looking at each other confused, right? And at the same time, I'm already seeing, like, Aledia, I already know how she is, because we were the same, okay? 10 years ago, you're fighting, I'm fighting, we fighting. And I could just see the rage in her, like, she's ready to swing. I'm doing a whole, like, 180 in my head, like, okay, I need to de-escalate this because I don't know what's involved. I don't know if there's guns, knives, or whatever the case may be.
Got it.
I've been in LA for like 2-3 years now, and it's really different from where we grew up, you know? So it's like, it's very dangerous. I'm not trying to make a situation worse. If anything, I'm trying to de-escalate it.
Yeah.
So I'm going back and forth with this person, trying to make everything calm. She's rah, 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 and I'm just like, what's going on? Like, I'm just trying to figure everything out. you keep on going. You just keep on going and going, Aledia. And it's like, all right, I have one situation with a random stranger. Now I have my best
But
friend
I didn't start
also
going
fighting.
until I'm out of the section.
Yes, but
where
you
I
did,
was sitting there
Aledia.
trying to explain
Aledia, yes,
and
you
try to
did.
help you out because
Aledia,
they were trying to kick you out.
I understand, but like at a certain age, we're 25 now. Like at a certain age, we cannot fight everybody in this world. We can't have this anger inside of us like, oh, I'm ready to fight. And I used to be like that. I was like, I'm swinging on anybody who's coming at me crazy. But living in LA, I've learned to just relax. Like, you know, let's figure out what the situation is going on.
But you sure weren't acting like that when you came out the section.
Yes,
It was
yes.
like, oh, you're embarrassing me. Like, how am I
Aledia,
embarrassing you? Because you got to remember the
it's-
times I used to be real
it's
drunk
not
and
even the
messed up.
fact, but
And I was the one that
it's-
used to carry you
it's
out of
not-
parties.
and I
on
carried
top
you
of that,
too. I
and on top of
carried
that,
you
the times I
too.
used to throw up,
I
I was the one
carried you
holding
too.
your hair
Aledia,
back because that's what a
same.
real friend does.
Okay,
Doesn't
Aledia.
sit there and just let them get kicked out of sections.
That was high
and
school.
then go back.
That was high school.
High school or
How
not,
old are we
High
now?
school or not.
How old are
High
we
school or not,
now?
I'm going to be there.
I
and
understand.
I expect you to be there
I understand
for me
that,
as well.
Aledia, but at the same time, we're elevating in life. That means you need to elevate your mentality. You don't have to be fighting everybody. And as a friend, I'm trying to look out for you because you want to do things in your career. You want to model. I know you could be the best. But could you do that if there's a video of you everywhere fighting? And I'm looking out for your best interest. I don't want to see you hurt.
Good job, yes.
I can handle my own.
Shay, you told my producers that you think Aledia still has a hood mentality. What do you mean by that?
She's the one that told me that. Like, we had a conversation in the car one time, and she's like, Shay, like, I'm from the hood. You just don't get it. And I'm just like, huh? Like, we grew up together. Like, I know. So it's like, what do you mean you're from, what hood mentality do you have? Like, what
You have
do
to
what do
remember,
mean?
like, we're two different. Like, you were only child. Like, the way we just grew up, the environments grew up are two different things. Like, I had to be a fighter my whole entire life. Survivor mode, like, when you don't have family and you don't have no one by your side, you only got yourself. So it's like you gotta protect yourself at any cost. Like you said, like, I have a modeling career I have to focus on. I can't be
So
sitting
why are
here
you trying
affording.
to, why are you
No,
trying to
'cause
swing?
I wasn't.
Why
I
are you
wasn't
trying
trying to swing. I was
still?
trying to help you
And
out.
I'm trying to
and I was
help you.
frustrated, and
Now
I was
look at ass of
frustrated,
yourself.
and I
Don't
was
make an ass of
frustrated. I
yourself.
was frustrated because you weren't hearing me.
We've been friends for 10 years. I'm offended by that.
Is this friendship about to be over for good?
It's not.
Plus, Angel is 44 years old. Look at this, she got on your
Yeah,
shoulder.
most definitely.
And the man she loves is only 29.
She's telling you.
Will they realize they should be together? How long has it been since y'all really talked?
Since the incident. All right, I have one situation with a random stranger. Now I have my best
But
friend
I didn't start
also
going
fighting.
until
Why are you
no,
trying to
'cause
swing?
I wasn't trying to swing. I was
still?
trying to help you
And
out.
I'm trying to
and
help
I was frustrated,
you.
and
Now
I was
look at ass of
frustrated.
yourself.
And I was frustrated because you weren't hearing me. You weren't listening to me. I'm sitting here telling you, like, listen, Shay. They were trying to kick you out, and I went to security, and I was telling them, no, that's not what happened.
If they were gonna
That
kick me out, they
that
would have
she did
kicked me
that.
out.
But
But
they
who did they
grabbed me
kick out?
instead.
They
Yeah.
kicked you out
They
because
grabbed me
you
instead.
was acting
No, I
rowdy.
wasn't.
You
I
was
was
acting
talking to them
rowdy.
real calmly until we got out the section. And then
Security is very
there's
smart.
seven
They're not
guys
just gonna
around
kick
me.
you out for no reason,
They
Aledia.
they grabbed me.
They picked a person. You just kept on, and it's like, damn. Like,
Yeah.
And that
So
moment.
she feels like you let them kick her out. Did you ever go to them and say, hold on, something's not
Yes,
happening?
I've tried. And at the end of the day, those are big ass, grown ass men. Like, I can only handle one situation at a time. And I felt like in that situation, we could have, like, just analyzed and just talked. We could have talked to her. We could have made friends with her. Like, we could have bubbled it up, like, had a fun personality. But instead,
we could've.
you was angry and just ready to fight. And I'm here trying to, like, be calm with her, like, you know, make light of the situation, and you're just making it dark.
Yeah, because you have to understand, I'm coming from somewhere that I don't know this area. I'm with you, and then they take me out of the situation. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking I'm calming it down. When they grab you, you're just so dismissive of everything and dismissive of like what I'm trying to tell you. And then it's frustrating because it's like I have 7 guys around me. I'm trying to focus on you. I'm trying to think about you. I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on over there. I need to go see. I don't care about being in the section. I don't care about being kicked out. I want to know that you're good. And they weren't allowing me that. That's frustrating. Like, that's when I have to be defensive. And it's like, no, listen, hear me out. You guys aren't hearing me.
But you were
And I gotta
already
talk
defensive
aggressive.
before security
Absolutely,
even
yes.
intervened.
Shay, do you blame Aledia for what happened?
I blame you in the sense that, okay, you see that I'm trying to like just make everything calm. Because you know, usually before I would just start swinging. Like, I would just be crazy. But if you see in that incident, I'm just trying to talk to her, like, why are you just Why are you
But you
going
guys
on?
weren't talking, you guys were going back and forth.
She thinks that your tone was the same as hers, is what in her memory.
Aledia, if it was the same, I would have been kicked out with you.
Aledia, I want to know
and we
this.
got
You
caught
said
in it.
that you feel that Shay has changed.
Yeah.
What ways do you feel like she's changed?
I feel like she's changed in the sense of not realizing, like, you have to be humble in situations, and you just have to realize,
Humble?
like, yeah. you
Aledia,
have to
I was
realize-
very humble.
You have to, no,
I
you
was
wasn't.
humble
You was humble in
and
the
not
sense,
fighting
you
her
was
and
in the
staying
humble
quiet.
In the
That's
sense
how.
of yourself.
When you can bow
You
down
wasn't-
to somebody, when you can bow down and say, you know what, you got it. That's being humble.
Yeah, but then
I'm not
when you
gonna
have a
fight back
friend
with you.
there for you and your sister, you're supposed to be like, what's going on? Let me try to calm her down. Let me try to help it. You're not going to sit there and just dismiss everything that I'm telling you.
So why was it important for you two to be here today? I'll go with you first, Shay. Why
I
was it
feel
important for
like
you to be here?
we've been friends for 10 years, and the fact that this situation made it enough for you to just not talk to me instead of just being grown and having a communication and just a civilized conversation, I'm offended by that, okay? And then you say that I was nowhere to be found after or whatever the case. I literally just, obviously we were drunk, okay? I'm trying to handle whatever that situation. I'm also trying to look for you. It was a mess. But for you to just disappear and leave and just not talk to me about it, it's just,
So
that's
was
not
she
okay.
staying with you at this time, or did she just go back?
She was staying with me, but for my door, like I have one of those key code locks, so she like knew my password.
And so she went in, and then
she
when you got
left.
home, she was gone?
She was gone. And
Where
it's
did
like
you
at
go?
the same time too, like
I
that's my
left.
space.
I grabbed my things and I went back home. I got on the flight and I was like, all right, I'm over this. But one thing about me, I'm not gonna stay quiet. Like if someone's coming at you, no matter what, I'm the protector. Like you're my little sister.
I
don't
understand
care
that,
if it's a
Lydia.
guy or if it's a girl. No one's gonna disrespect you.
Okay, but
no
sometimes
matter what, especially in an
silence is the
environment.
best answer.
She left. Like
She left.
Is this friendship about to be over for good? Plus, Angel is 44 years old. Look at this, she got on your
Yeah,
shoulder.
definitely.
And the man she loves is only 29.
She's telling you.
Will they realize they shouldn't be together?
You are the five. Get off my stage.
You feel that Shay has changed.
yeah.
We've been friends for 10 years. For you to just not talk to me, I'm offended by that.
I'm not gonna stay quiet.
Okay, but
no matter what,
sometimes
especially in an
silence is the
environment.
best answer.
So we put up on Instagram asking what would ruin a friendship, and the audience reaction was this. We asked, what would ruin a friendship? Messy night at the club, owes you money, flirting with a man, spilling your tea. And looks like flirting with your man was with 52%. Messy at the nightclub was 5% of it. Most people don't see this as something that would break a relationship. So that means there's a symptom to something that's bigger that's going on here. Do you realize what's bigger that's going on here?
To me, like the way I see it is just two people that are so used to like being by each other's side, and you know, change comes eventually in life. Like I said, I only have myself. I have to protect myself at any given time and anyone around me. But you know, I definitely do feel like there comes a time where it's like you gotta let that go.
Well, listen, I'm glad you said that because this is the thing I wrote down. I was listening to the language you were using, and you used language like loyalty, survivor, self. Those are words that make it hard for people to accept change. Because when you have to always protect yourself and survive, anything that's going to disrupt you protecting yourself usually is something that's changing in your life. That type of change becomes scary. And so for you, you are triggered by change.
She left, like,
She left. There you go.
you know, like she left, and I'm so proud of her, you know. So it's like seeing that is like,
And I don't doubt that you're proud of her, but there's change.
yeah, and it's a good change, you know. It's not bad change.
It doesn't matter if it's bad or good, because this is the thing. When people have to have been in survivor mode, when they've had to protect themselves, when they've had to always feel like they have to, you just told me you got kicked out of your house as a child and she took you in. So even though you can say that change is good change, the fact of the matter is for anybody who's ever had to be in survivor mode, change, whether good or negative, it makes you feel scared inside. And so it's okay for you to say, you went to LA and I'm proud of you, but things are changing and I'm scared. Can you say that to her now?
I know that we're only, you know, we're growing and we're succeeding and we're doing things that we wanted to do as a child. And, you know, change is coming. You know, it's here. It has been here. And I was wrong, and I really, you know, I do love you and I care for you. These damn lashes, I'm like trying to I'm really not trying to mess them up.
So when she says to you she's scared of things changing, what do you want to say to her?
I've been living in LA by myself, alone, without you guys. It's been hard. And I had to learn how to change and adapt on my own.
Yeah.
And it's like, I finally, feel like I'm growing into the woman that I'm supposed to be. We haven't really had that conversation. I felt like we should have had that conversation.
And I think because there was a distance, y'all stopped being vulnerable with each other. It always started becoming about like, how you doing? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you're doing good out there. Yes, girl, I live for you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna come out there, we gonna turn up. And it stopped being about the vulnerable moments. So what you just did right now, I'm sure she didn't even know that you was feeling lonely out there. Did you know that?
No, not at all. I'm my girl living. Like,
See?
she's living her best life.
That's
I'm
the
back
vulnerability
here
that
and
was
I'm
missing.
like, proud. I'm like, go ahead. Like, you go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
that's
you
what I
also, but you
expect.
said something key language, but I'm still back here. That type of language is a very clear language to me that look, it's like, well, you go live, you're living, but you back here. But now you know she's been out there struggling as well. She's been emotionally missing you just as much as you was missing her. Yeah. You been missing your friend?
Obviously, like what?
Got me over here crying.
I honestly, I don't like to cry. I try not to cry. And
I got that effect on people, so don't worry. It's all right. It's part of my,
Yeah,
part of
I
my
didn't expect
gig.
this.
me either. And it's like,
This is where a good chance for y'all to understand that if y'all start being vulnerable with each other, y'all can start to grow together. But sometimes as friends, we gotta be able to be vulnerable and say, listen, I'm growing right now. Girl, you wanna try to grow with me? Let me show you, because girl, I like to turn up, but like tonight, let's not do it. If there would have been a pre-conversation based in vulnerability, I promise you that night at the club, she'd have been like, okay, girl, we're not gonna turn up, we're not gonna turn up, correct?
Yeah.
Let that night go. Just say, I'm sorry for whatever part I played, and you say, I'm sorry for whatever part I played that night. Can y'all say that to each other?
No, I was wrong.
I'm sorry
And
for
I'm
the
sorry part that
I'm
I
sorry for the
played.
part that I played.
Good. Because honestly, as weird as that scene right there with y'all both apologizing, that's how silly and weird that night was. Y'all was drinking, y'all was a good time, and it got weird and stupid for no reason.
Yeah.
But so now y'all can dead that in the past, and I can actually see y'all at 30, 40, living y'all careers, being successful, having y'all kids and families, and being like, girl, y'all remember that stupid club in that night? I can see y'all joking about that.
I feel like we've spent so much time apart that when you came, it was just party, party, party. Let me show Aledia a good time. Let me show her around as much as I can. And it wasn't, let's connect.
I love this. I love it. Because that's what it is. That's what it is. But again, of course, she's going to assume that party, party, party because the vulnerability wasn't there. So she just assumed, I'm coming to LA. We turning up.
Yeah.
But now, because of vulnerability, you could say to her, next time you come, let's actually just connect.
Yeah, we could just be in my bed
And
watching
we
movies.
go get
like,
some dinner because
Look at that.
we were sitting there popping so many bottles, like we left.
I think y'all gonna be all right. Can y'all give each other a hug? So, see, I guess there's that. Oh, y'all are gonna be all right. All right, everyone. Stay with us, friends. We'll be right back with more. I'm gonna give y'all a hug. Angel is 44 years old. Look at this, she got on your shoulder.
definitely.
And the man she loves is only 29.
He's not good with his money.
She has a problem with how he spends his money.
$2,000 in 1 week.
1 week?
1 week.
And what about having a baby?
She was kind of like, no.
Hold on, so
Wait a minute.
All right, so you know the trend right now is older women dating much younger guys. And I say, get it, girl. Angel is 44 years old and has been dating a 29-year-old for 4 years. It sounds exciting, right? But she refuses to let him move in with her. Let's see why. Please welcome Angel to the show. Wow! Wow, mama! Oh my God, honey. You better walk out in
Well.
confidence and purpose, okay? So you look beautiful.
Well, thank
So great to
you.
meet you. So why are you here today?
So I'm here because I met this gentleman 4 years ago, we've been dating. I would see him out, but I was in a relationship, but I noticed how he made people feel safe when they were around him. He had a lot of respect. Finally, I became single, and he made sure I was completely single, and he reached out to me.
Yeah, it sounds like he has morals. I like
He
this.
definitely has morals. So we started this relationship, a friendship first. I respect him. I love him. He's so sexy, and he takes me to the moon every day.
The moon.
I go to the moon, baby.
Moon.
He takes me to the moon. And I've been wanting to go to the moon.
Come on, Neil Armstrong.
All right, this is some real life, you know.
Okay,
I've been
yeah.
wanting to go to the moon my whole life. And I finally found this man. I respect him. I look up to him. He leads me, but he's not good with his money. So he makes a lot of money. His company is very, profitable, but he's got the biggest heart. I love it. It's very attractive.
Yeah.
But being attractive and being prepared for the future is two different things. I've been there and done that.
You
He
better
has
preach
not.
that. Yeah. How long have you been dating? Because that's
So we've been dating for 4 years.
4 years. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, we've been dating for 4 years, and that's the problem. So we're now getting serious.
Beautiful couple. Come on.
That's my baby.
You look about 29 too. Okay.
Well,
yes, all
and
right.
that's where we get it misconstrued at.
Yes.
Because, I look younger, but I have, a lot of experience. I've been there before where you ignore and make this fantasy of this man.
Yeah, that
so I
makes
don't want to do
sense.
that with him. So basically, he just gives money to everybody.
Everyone.
Everyone.
So you say he gets a lot of money. How much money is he actually giving?
So I calculated $2,000 in 1 week. that
One
he gave-
week?
1 week. He gave $2,000 out in 1 week to
And so what is
people.
his reasoning for saying that he's giving this money out? Just because if someone says, I need it, he giving it?
Pretty much.
Wow.
And my friends are like, well, he does that for you too, but I'm his lady. And I'm not
Yes.
going to take advantage of him. I do want to move further. I do want to move, I live in a penthouse. He ain't moving to my penthouse.
Okay.
We're going to have to get another house. You might lose your job. You might get hurt. I have 5 streams of income. I need you to have more than one. And we need to be saving and put in a 401k.
Yeah.
Build another business.
Makes sense.
Right.
Makes sense. You're trying to grow a future together.
I'm trying to go, right.
So how often do you two argue about money?
We talk about it like at least 3 or 4 times a week because people just hit him up. I'm not a big arguing type. He's not either. So I just let him do his thing. But the more you're going, I love you. I don't want to lose you. You're bringing things into my life that I've never had before. I don't want you to get lost in the sauce because I will leave.
Okay,
I
will leave. Yeah.
I will. Because I don't want to ignore that. And he's like my best friend. I never had a best friend and a partner before. I've never had a best friend. I've never had a partner. I never had anybody that can feel this energy, baby.
Yeah,
Do you feel this
exactly,
energy?
yeah.
I have never had anybody that can keep up with that. I could be like, babe, let's go do this. Well, he's 29, baby. He ready to go.
He ready to go. He ready to go.
He ready to go.
He got the energy
he
too.
He got no kids. He's ready to go.
Yes.
And I never thought I would date somebody his age.
So he doesn't have any kids?
He does not have any
That's
kids.
good. Do you have any kids?
I do have kids.
Okay, then great.
So-
So is there any issue with that?
There's no issue with that. He's a leader.
So does he want children?
He does.
He does. You just said there's no issue with that. So you said...
Well, it's not an issue because he brought it up at the beginning. I said, I'm not. He said, well, I understand, like, if you just want to travel and you want to live your life, you've been there and done that. But deep down, I think eventually he's going to want a baby.
Got it. So is that the other serious issues in the relationship? Is there any other serious issues in the
That's
relationship?
just those 2 things. That
Just
one
okay.
hasn't came up yet, but it's stewing.
You've been together for 4 years. Do you see a long-term future with him?
I really
Yeah.
do because, again, I respect him so much. For me to be a submissive woman, I have to respect you.
Of course.
I have to trust you. I have to feel safe. And he provides all that. That's been missing a lot because I feel like my feminine energy drops if I don't have the right leader. Because then I feel like, well, I better do it because he ain't going to do it right. I don't want to be like that. When I'm with him, I'm like, I don't know nothing. Ask him. I'm tired of knowing stuff.
Yeah.
And he allows me to do that. So I
Yeah.
see the future, but me seeing the future and not paying attention to what will hold me back from saying I do, I will, let's do it, is that you cannot be giving all our money away.
Makes sense to me. Well, listen, Angel is 44 and Solo is 29. We've heard about what Angel wants out of the relationship, but what about Solo? I think it's time to find out. Everyone, please welcome Solo to the show. Y'all talked up.
How's it going, man? How you doing? Doing pretty good. I got some next to you.
So, listen, I saw you moving real close. How much
yeah.
do you love this woman?
I love her a lot.
Yeah.
She brings out a lot in me, man. So I definitely love her a lot.
So how does it make you feel when she talks about the fact that you're giving out this money?
I kind of get a little irritable.
Look at this. She got on your shoulder.
Definitely.
What about the idea of having a baby?
She was kind of like, no.
Hold on. So,
Wait a minute.
Will this couple be able to work it out today
I don't want to lose you.
She's telling you.
or realize they shouldn't be together?
the five. Get off my stage.
So we've been dating for 4 years. He just gives money to everybody.
Everyone.
Everyone.
How much money is he actually giving?
$2,000 in 1 week.
So how does it make you feel when she talks about the fact that you're giving out this money?
I kind of get a little irritable. That's part of my love language, honestly. I come from the hood. What we end up doing is if one of us was down, we looked out for one another. So I remember where I come from. So when I see a lot of people go through things, then I just be wanting to help them out.
Yeah.
You know, I do.
It makes sense. But at the same time, your woman, I get it. I understand. I appreciate the fact of you giving back.
Yeah.
But if your woman is saying there's an issue with the amount of money you've given, why is it holding you? Why are you not able to hear what she's saying?
I do hear it.
Because $2,000, she said you gave away $2,000 in 1 month. I mean, 1 week.
1 week, yeah.
That's a lot of money to give away in 1 week. I mean, you got it, but that don't mean everybody else got to get it.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I got it and I can help, you know what I mean, I'm going to do what I can do.
Got it. Okay.
I feel like they definitely taking advantage.
Yeah.
Straight up. They all be like, oh, we ain't got no food, call him.
So this is just an activity from your, so $60 here, $105 there, $196 there, $60 there. These are all different people.
Yeah.
So everyone just knows that they can come to you and ask for money.
Yeah. Like, this is just a whole walking bank right here.
Not a walking
They
bank.
just hit my babe up and just be like, my kids need some Pampers. I need my hair done, but it has to be, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
They don't say a baby
Yeah.
or a senior. He got you.
So you arguing about money how often?
Oh, man, a few times a week. Really, whenever I see me spend or send the money out.
He be sneaking
Yeah.
and giving people money.
My gosh. Is that causing an issue for you in the sense that she's telling you, like, this is holding me back for the future?
Yeah, it's a little scary.
He acting kind of serious right now about it, but when we talk about this at home, and he'll be like, man, I got it, as long as I got it, as long as I'm breathing, I got it, we got it. He like laughing, playing, hit you on the booty, and I be like, okay, and all that stuff. But like, he's acting serious, but he's playing. He really still constantly does it, and I don't think he realized, like, you make me feel so secure in a lot of ways. I told you that you are my best friend. I told you that I respect you. I follow you. But that's the one thing that will keep me from being 100% submissive to you, because we can't be growing and everybody in the hood got all our money.
So you own your own business. Tell me how you started it.
Basically, I was 22 years old, met a guy who owned he was actually writing his business plan at a juvenile detention center. I would see him just working on his MacBook. Then I eventually asked him, like, hey, you know, what are you doing on your MacBook? And he was like, man, I'm starting a business plan. Now, we're 22 at this time. He gave me a little bit of information and said, what you good at? I said, man, I'm good at protecting people. And he was like, all right, start a security business. Took off with it myself, like I just,
Good
you know,
job.
yeah.
I mean, it's so interesting that one moment shifted your whole life to a path where you're actually now sustaining yourself at such a young age. Especially in Black folks, they don't teach us, like, hey, you know, you can start a business very early on. But I also believe that you do love this woman and you want to have a future with her.
Most
and
definitely.
she's telling you, look at this, she got on your
Yeah,
shoulder.
most definitely.
She's telling you that the money is an issue that you're giving away. And even though it's noble you're giving it away, what is life like without her?
It would honestly be different because when you've been with somebody for so long, you mold your life around that person. But I used to have, you know, the hood mindset to where I wasn't as outgoing as I am now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot, though, she's actually brought out of me.
You said the hood mentality growing up. What was life like growing up for you?
Single mother, 4 siblings, father that, I don't know, you know, I think he has some things going on within himself in the divorce that they had. So I became the man of the house at a young age.
Yeah.
You know, when you're young and you're trying to figure out, you know, manhood without the guidance, you kind of start trying to put yourself around other boys, and that's what I did. We had the negative type of, you know what I mean, like people that would be in our ears like, hey, man, sell this. Like, here, sell this, you'll make some money. And so we kind of went off with that. Got into hustling, some other things. You know what I mean?
I get it, I understand.
Some other things, some other things.
Some other things, some other things.
Yeah, so it kind of escalated to where, man, we got into, like, you know, fights, you know, seeing some robberies, seeing some shootings, retaliation.
So this, I asked you that because it gives me context even more about why you're giving. So I have to ask you, what did you receive during that time?
Honestly, the only thing I can say I received is just knowledge.
I want to know, you want to marry this woman. Do you also want to start a family with her? Because she
do.
brought up earlier that kids might be an issue.
No, I really don't think it's an issue. I did talk to her about wanting kids and whatnot, and She's like, I'll give you a baby. You know what
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. So you just told me you said, no, you're not doing it. Now
Wait
we
a
here.
minute.
You really want another one?
I really don't want another one, but when you are married, and if we
Okay.
get married and he sacrifices and does what he needs to do, this man's never had a baby before, we would discuss it.
Do you feel like she controls you with money?
I don't feel like she controls me. I just feel like, you know what I mean, she shows a lot of concern.
Good.
Yeah, not
Because I
control.
see that as well. I see it as concern as well. I
Yeah.
don't see it as control at all. And I also don't, I think that the communication here is pretty great. I think the thing for me that we need to realize is that if you really do see a future with her, is that you gotta take accountability for how your actions today are gonna be stopping you from having the future you want tomorrow. Because y'all are a beautiful couple. Like, I just love y'all together, right? They're couple goals. What do you think it's gonna take for you to, okay, Black Love, there we go.
Already?
Angel, do you have an ultimatum for Solo today?
Yeah,
Okay, what's the ultimatum?
say it right now.
Yeah, say it right now. What's the ultimatum?
Will this couple be able to work it out today
I don't want to lose you.
She's telling you.
or realize they shouldn't be together? The surprising answer will come out next.
She said you gave away $2,000 in 1 week.
1 week, yeah.
That's a lot of money to give away in 1 week.
I feel like if I got it and I can help, you know what I mean, I'm gonna do what I can do.
Do you feel like she controls you with money?
I don't feel like she controls me. I just feel like, you know what I mean, she shows a lot of concern.
Angel, do you have an ultimatum for Solo today?
Yeah, say it right now.
Yeah, say it right now. What's the ultimatum?
You know, I don't want to lose you. You know, again, we both feel that we have, we just stumbled into each other's life. I love you, I respect you, but for me to be the woman that you really want, and like you always say, like, oh, I want people to come and go out of my life. I don't want to be that. And so I have been there where 10 or 15 years later, I'm like, dang, I wish I would have did this. You haven't did that yet.
Right.
And so if we keep going the way we're going as far as the finances, I'm not going to feel safe and secure financially with us moving out of my penthouse, getting another house, and getting married. When you're dishing out this money, we can't know where we're going, where we're investing in. And so we haven't really talked about what's going to happen if you don't stop doing that. But for me, I feel like I'm not going to be able to be with you. I don't want to say that, but I'm just saying, like, I did that before. Then I have to leave that person because that's still bothering me. And I don't want that to happen, but I'm not doing it.
Most definitely.
It's the communication, like I said, between you, I believe, is really great. And I can also tell you're an attentive listener, which I appreciate. She's just telling you that she wants to feel secure. And right now, the fact that you're giving away money is not making her feel secure for the future. I don't think it'll make any of us feel secure. I don't care how much money you make. I know that you have a thriving business. I can see why you have a thriving business. But I also think that you're mature enough and strong enough to realize that you do want a better tomorrow. Would the young boy who had to take care of his mom, could he have imagined the life he has today with this beautiful woman and having a business? Couldn't have. Couldn't have. Why couldn't he have imagined that?
Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna live this long.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So I say that to say, because I know this. When you have a childhood where you don't even know if you're gonna live that long, if you don't know what's going to happen, it does rewire your brain into, well, everything's about the media, because what's tomorrow? I don't know if tomorrow's there. And even though you're mature and you've gotten out of it, you also still work in a position that is, to some degree, dangerous. You're protecting people, which means you're always having to put yourself in front of somebody else to be protected, which again triggers that little boy who says, well, what about tomorrow? So let me help who I can help today. But what you have to start practicing as the man you are today is to say, even though I'm in this position where I protect other people, I must protect myself and I must protect my woman, because we do have a future.
Right.
You have to actually actively wake up and say to yourself, I see myself at 90 years old. Have you ever said that to yourself? Like, I see myself at 90?
Nah.
Yeah, I can believe it. I want to know. It's like a weird conversation because you're working towards it. But there's also trauma from your past that you have to acknowledge and realize it's playing as a symptom in your relationship now of why you're giving out money.
Right.
You got to start to wake up to yourself and say, I see a future with you, and I see me when I'm 90 years old. That is your mantra. You're going to be like, well, hold up. I'm giving you money. I need that for when I'm 90. I need that for when...
Oh, God.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You start to realize. Plus, she's telling you that she can't handle a future that makes her feel unstable, unsafe.
Yeah.
You gotta make her feel safe. You already do. You do it for everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
So make her feel safe. So what's the mantra you're gonna say to yourself every morning?
I want to see myself at 99 years old.
Boom.
Oh, 99.
Oh, 99, yeah. You love your woman. There's not a doubt about it, but it is time, definitely. You made a big leap right now, even by saying I see myself at 99, because you're just starting to rewire your mind to understand that you don't have to live for today, you can live for tomorrow and the future. And so that's gonna stop you from giving that money, all right? But I do tell y'all, this kid stuff gonna come back up, so y'all better start talking about that somewhere else.
Most definitely.
Oh,
most
see,
definitely.
so y'all, most definitely. You better get ready, girl. I don't know, I don't know what's going on. You better get ready. I know he's taking you to the moon, but he want a baby, okay? So get your mindset prepared.
Okay.
Listen, I'm telling you.
We'll see what he needs to do.
He gonna do it. I have faith. He gonna do it.
You got faith?
I got faith.
Okay.
He gonna do it.
Well, I guess we having a baby then.
Oh!
Turn up.
All right, everyone. Y'all gonna be all right. Y'all gonna be right. Y'all gonna be right. Come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all.